Ladies and gentlemen, ghosts and ghouls, welcome and happy Halloween. We come to you with the first installment of stories from Ghost Train by Tony Reevy. And in this episode, we begin Chapter 1 of Ghost Train with none other than Lincoln's funeral train. So, without any further delay, let us begin. Chapter 1, Ghost Trains. When you think about railroad ghosts, what comes to mind is probably a story like this. A steam engine-drawn ghost train clanking through the dark night, shining its headlight down little-used tracks and whistling for a vanished crossing. While not the most common type of railroad ghost, haunts along the tracks take that title. The ghost train is the revenant most specifically associated with railroads. It certainly has won a strong place in American folklore, as the many recountings of the Lincoln's train story in our ghost literature prove. What causes a ghost train haunting? Usually, a train wreck or the death of a person struck by a train. Perhaps the most eerie ghost train stories, though, are the ones with no explanation. A ghost train runs through a desert that never saw a real railroad track, for example. Or an engineer finds a terrible message scrawled on his frosty cab window. Weird, inexplicable stories like these are the most disturbing and most interesting of all. Lincoln's train. Every year at midnight on the evening of April 26th, or thereabouts, a chill wind runs down the tracks of Conrail's main line between New York City and Albany, a stretch of railroad that was once the Hudson Division of the New York Central System. If there is a moon, clouds slowly obscure it, and the air all about becomes still. Railroad men who happen to be working then all step aside and watch. They know what's going to happen, although any chance passerby are in for a surprise. Soon, the men know for sure they are in the presence of the unknown. A black carpet seems to roll down the tracks, and all sound is deadened. Then it comes, Lincoln's funeral train. The train, which crawls slowly by, is divided into two sections, both led by old-time, wood-burning engines with huge smokestacks resplendent with polished brass. The engines are heavily draped in flowing black crepe. The first section of the train is made up of an engine running without a crew that pulls several flat cars. On one of the flat cars is a grotesque band of skeletons sitting in fantastic poses, playing noiselessly on black instruments. The first section is followed by the funeral train itself, which is made up of an engine pulling one flat car. On the flat car is a single lonely coffin, attended by neither ghost nor skeleton. As the train passes, ghosts of men in blue uniforms, some of them carrying their own coffins, may be seen floating in the air all around. Neither train makes a sound as it passes by. If another train happens to go by at the same time as Lincoln's train, the ghostly train runs right through the real one without harming it. As it does so, the sounds made by the real train are muffled. The next morning, all of the clocks on the old Hudson Division are unaccountably 5 to 8 minutes behind. What's more, all of the trains that were out on the line the night before are running 5 to 8 minutes late. The old-timers know why, though. Lincoln's funeral train stopped time as it ran by. And there, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude our first installment of the railway series, Railroad Ghost Stories with TTC, as we conclude this story from Ghost Train by Tony Reevy. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Happy Halloween.